I know when I speak, I'm gonna speak some real stuff. I'm gonna speak the truth. It ain't gonna be no crap. It's just like Preem. When we say something out our mouth, when we speak and say something, one thing we gonna do, we gonna speak the truth, and we not gonna play games with our words.
What's up, everybody? This is the world famous Ed Lover, and you are watching Forgotten Kings TV. That's right, Forgotten Kings TV. Come on, son.
Listen, y'all, a lot of people have been reacting to the recent claims being made by Supreme in his latest documentary titled The Supreme Truth. All right, for those who may not know, Preem is claiming that Bimmy, an individual who was known to run with the Supreme team back in the day, who eventually transitioned into the music industry full-time, well, according to Preem, he claims that Bimmy has been a confidential informant for nearly 40 years. Now, for the record, these rumors have been floating around on the internet for several years. Okay, if you look into it, you'll see Bimmy has addressed these rumors in several interviews. However, this is the first time we're hearing Preem call Bimmy a confidential informant, so it was only a matter of time before we heard from Bimmy address these claims being made in this documentary, and that's exactly what he did. All right, over the weekend, Bimmy sat down with MREC on MREC TV to address these claims being made by Preem in this latest documentary. Now, according to Bimmy, he believes the motivation behind this smear campaign is simply jealousy, okay? He believes these lies being told about him being a confidential informant was only used to help promote this documentary, The Supreme Truth. So again, if you want to hear the full response from Bimmy on MREC TV, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description. Now, recently, Preem's nephew Prince, he just came home from doing a lot of time. He's ready to tell his story, okay? Matter of fact, he done created his own YouTube channel, and he's getting ready to launch his own podcast, all right? Now, last night, Prince sat down on the Thanks for Asking podcast to address the controversy surrounding Preem in this documentary, okay? According to Prince, he says when he launches his podcast, he's going to show the evidence to support these claims being made in this documentary. So, again, if y'all want to see these full interviews, I'll make sure to leave the link in the description because, like I said, a lot of people have been talking about this controversy involving Supreme and Bimmy, so y'all know how we do, man. Let's check out this clip. Y'all let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, but with that being said, let's get right to it.
You was a CI for 40 years. Now, it's some accusations that hit the internet and the streets real hard. I'm talking about real hard. It threw me for a loop. Kenneth, Supreme McGriff put some claims out there saying that you was a CI for 40 years. What you got to say, Bim?
Alright, I was a CI for 40 years. Alright, so I must be the dumbest CI in the world, right? Let me go back to back in the day, right? We know the tolerance. There was no tolerance. You're a rat, no tolerance. Off goes your head. Nothing, no explain nothing, no nothing. Right? I live by them rules. I know them rules. You feel me? This new day and age, they quick to call somebody that if they don't like them or if you ain't giving them money, if you know what I mean? If you ain't looking out, whatever, they put that jacket on you.
Right. You feel me? And because a lot of people, you know, you got these podcasters these days. They, you know, and that's another thing. I'm gonna maybe click back to it later. You got these podcasters that sit up there trying to get the clicks and the subscribers and get the check and everything, but they ain't keeping it actually thorough. A lot of them.
Exactly.
There's many that do. I can actually name them, but I don't need to get into that. But there's some that's full of crap, and that's the reason why I will be doing a podcast soon. Once a week. Nice. And what I'm gonna do once a week is address all the crap that these fake podcasters speak about on that they speak about on their platforms.
Right. That's right.
I'm gonna take it and tear it apart if it's fake.
Yeah.
Because on my podcast, anything that's said is gonna be real. It's gonna be thorough. The people that I invite is gonna be proper. It'll be entertainers. It'll be rappers. It'll be regular people from the street, and we gonna talk thorough.
What about us?
Huh?
What about us?
Oh, y'all, I'm sitting here with y'all.
Right.
You know, a person might ask me, why would you do a podcast with a smaller
on a small platform?
A small platform. You know what I tell them?
What you tell them?
I say, first of all, I hustled here. I ran this whole area around here, right? Mm-hmm. Why would I not come to give some individuals who trying to create their platform, why would I not appear before them, black-owned business, upcoming black-owned business,
we want to say thank you, bro.
and help.
We want to say thank you,
but
bro.
let me finish and help them out with their platform. I don't care if nobody else want to speak to me because I started small. That don't bother me because it's not about starting big or small. I feel like you should give an opportunity to people who deserve it. And then I see somebody.
Can I clap that up? I'm not cutting you off. I want to clap that up what you just said, bro.
No,
you know
for real.
Ain't no question. And let me just refine it even more. If nobody helped the little man and always went to the big man, then the little man ain't got a shot.
That's a fact.
So
right.
I mean, I ain't I don't see myself as no big person to be interviewed or not be interviewed. Yeah. I know when I speak, I'm gonna speak some real stuff. I'm gonna speak the truth. It ain't gonna be no crap. It's just like Preem. When we say something out our mouth, when we speak and say something, one thing we gonna do, we gonna speak the truth, and we not gonna play games with our words. Take it or leave it, cause we rarely speak. So I'm speaking with y'all now. I may not speak or may speak to some other podcast. But whenever I speak, it's gonna be substantive, it's gonna be real, and you can take it for what it is.
Right.
I'm definitely not them other characters that you see on up there. But when I do kick that podcast off once a week, it's gonna be thorough. And people gonna say, yo, I'm gonna watch that every week. Because you're gonna walk away from there, not only with education, but with knowledge. And it don't matter if you a child, a teenager, or a young adult. And that's why I said, you know what, I'm gonna come here because you give the little guy a shot.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Speaking of knowledge, again, I'm a business major. I'm always infatuated with how business is done. He broke down the way you guys had a system of selling drugs where it was like it was a 9 to 5. They was 3 shifts. People had certain positions.
MREC TV.
We mentioned Vlad TV.
Right.
Now, put me on. What's going on? Why he put your name in a bad light? Like, what's going on?
He was a part of that whole Kading, Reggie Wright, now WAC 100. He was a part of that whole team out there in Cali that was spreading false information by the death of Biggie Smalls.
So they get the nigga and shit, so man, they put him on the car on the ground and shit, they rob him and shit. Like, the feel me, the shotty, I sawed it off myself, so I know that shit do real damage. TM had that shit to the nigga head, and I'm thinking to myself, it ain't even over no real money. I'm already about to go to jail. And I said, nah. And the nigga eased up off him. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was kind of terrified because I ain't even want to see that. Like, I'm one of them niggas like, I'll pat at you, but I ain't running up on you and shooting you in the face and then standing over you, hitting you 12 times. I'm not psychotic like that. Like, you feel me? If I did it, it was over some money or over some disrespect. So I was out to prove a point, not to, maim or disfigure nobody. Like, I'm not a psycho type shit. Like, you feel me? Like, so, you know what I'm saying? That was a terrifying moment for me because I ain't want to see that, and I'm about to get sentenced. You feel me?
Have you lived the life the streets tried to write for you, but ultimately found your own ending? Do you have a story of survival, betrayal, or redemption? We're looking for real people with real experiences to share their truth. If the streets tried to break you, but you made it out, we want to hear from you. Hit us up now to be a part of The Streets Is a Myth.
I don't be wanting no distractions when I'm starting my day. I'm facing 20 years in jail. I don't got no time to...
Thank you for watching my video. If you like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also, hit that notification bell to get the latest on hip-hop, sports, comedy, whatever. All right, we got you covered over here at Forgotten Kings TV. And also, click on one of these videos, okay? All right, y'all.